Hello everyone. It's 2:03 p.m. So I finally was able to come to a conclusion and make a truce with the security guard. If he wasn't a perp, then I apologize. I apologize if he wasn't a perp. I don't know if he is or not, but that was definitely a picture of him on YouTube that made a comment on my video. So, but that text message came from a 470 area code, and it's like an Atlanta metro area. So, it was either two people, J. Demon Rotten Shit or Ruby McKenzie, or the telephone Scatologia perp that posed as the security guard and wrote out a text message that had me in fear, had me scared. And if I would have known that, then I would have stayed at the library for the rest of the day and would have kept coming back probably. But they were convincing enough to make me think that really was the security guard, Michael Greenfield, that sent me that text message. They really fooled me. Got me better than the April Fools. That they think they got the authority to ban me from the library themselves. So I talked to the security guard. He told me I never was really banned except just that one day. And he said that he understands that we all have bad days. And, he said, well, one thing I asked is, for you to just watch your language. I said, okay, I will try my best, but I have Tourette syndrome, and when I'm sleep deprived and more like stressed out and stuff, it, makes my Tourette's worse. And then he said, well, okay, he said, I apologize. I understand that people really have that, sometimes they have their, I forgot exactly word for word, but basically he was trying to say that, I understand people have their bad days or whatever. Because I don't be trying to be about no trouble. I come here, use the bathroom if I need to. I try to get peace and quiet because of avoiding being harassed by other homeless. Like the homeless men, they be trying to sexually harass me. The homeless women and men try to pick fights with me. So I just come here away from everybody. It's just stay to myself. And what I do here is, if I'm sleep deprived or tired, I take a nap or try to. But my main reason, charge my phone, have someplace safe to be, hopefully safe to be, charge my phone and get to use the bathroom. I come here to try to blog and write short stories. My short stories in my blog. I come do YouTube videos in here, if I need to. But I don't be here doing YouTube videos all day, but unless I need to. So, but I mainly come here to try to charge my phone, try to be someplace safe, use the bathroom. So I try to have someplace quiet. So I try to stay away from everybody, stay to myself, and mind my business, just like I try to do in other places, areas of society. But if I'm being gang stalked by anyone, if I'm able to, I try to show footage to show proof that this is what I'm going through. And anything happen to me, you gang stalkers got blood on your hands. So, something in me told me that had to have been one of the online stalkers posing as Michael Greenfield and sent that message, the text message. But that picture looked just like him. That um made a comment on my YouTube video, one of my YouTube videos, and said mind your own business. And I'm like, wait a minute. So they must know who he is, but then again, it was another professed target that I'm not going to disclose this person's name, who said that that security guard and other security guards were, gang stalking him and trying to set him up to get kidnapped and stuff. So, but anyway, I didn't even know that Michael Greenfield was a reverend. Because I'm like, wait a minute, what reverend would threaten somebody like that? Or you got Masonic connections? What's going on? So if you don't have Masonic connections, or if that wasn't him, then I apologize for being fooled. But it's those online gang stalkers. Man, I just, my hour ain't up yet. Yeah, I've been here maybe about 30 minutes so far. So they can't kick me out yet. I'm guaranteed at least 1 hour. That lady next door that was here before me. So yeah, I got spooked. I'm like, wait a minute, my hour ain't up yet. I only been here half hour. So that's one thing I don't like. You guaranteed at least 1 hour, but then other people, use the room, and then you got to get kicked out, and then let them use the room. So that's why I like the other library better, because the other library, I can stay in the same spot one day, but I would try to go in the bathroom for privacy and peace and quiet, because being homeless, I don't have no peace and quiet. I don't have no privacy. I don't have nothing. So I try to get whatever peace and solitude I could. So, so my apologies if I accused, Michael Greenfield of being a perp, or, a gang stalker, or maybe he is, maybe he's not. I don't know. But, if he isn't, then I'm sorry. Hold up.
Hi, are you James?
No, I'm Candy.
Okay. Well, all right, someone needs this rep.
I was told we were guaranteed 1 hour, and I've been here only 30 minutes.
You're not signed in. Who signed you in?
I don't know, the lady with the very dark hair.
Okay.
She had on a white mask.
Okay.
Did she not sign me in? I thought she did. I thought she was one of the lady with the dark hair. I thought she was one of the main managers or something. I don't know, but yeah, I think it was after 1:45. It was probably about 1:48 when I came in here. And the lady, you see, when people have a mask on, and you see their eyes, and you always see that and look like they're giving you a mean look. But she told me the room was okay for me to come in here, So my hour ain't up yet. So so now what else I wanted to say was, okay, I already mentioned about, what happened with the cafe downstairs. So they had this other place that I tried to go eat at, and I'm not going to mention the name. I'm not going to mention the name of the place. But this other place I tried to eat at, and I recently started going there, and I only went there about maybe 5 or 6 times so far. And I was craving that lemonade. And I'm kind of disappointed because I realized that the lemonade ain't from 100% from scratch like I thought it was. It's some kind of local store-bought lemonade called Milo's that I think they have high fructose corn syrup in that lemonade. I mistakenly thought that it was just regular fresh squeezed lemons and sugar and water. But no, it's like that some kind of local, I think it's local, I could be wrong, but some lemonade called Milo's. And I was craving, I wanted what I thought was natural lemonade. And I was more thirsty than hungry. And so my appetite wasn't as big. So when everything went well, and the people there, they would welcome me and they loved me there. Once or twice, definitely once, but probably twice, they didn't even charge me for my meal. Another time, a couple other times they gave me sneak in a free item or something. But today, you know, excuse me, hold up. So um, today they had this transgender, I think he was the manager, a satanic. You could tell he was one of those gothic devil worshiping Satanists that was, gay and, posing as a woman, and I don't know his name. And so the satanic tranny, I don't know if he was the manager, but he was nice and greeted me when I first walked in. They gave me, I ordered, a sandwich, and they came with chips, and I was given a little bit of, small little amount of, potato salad on the side and a pickle. And I ordered some lemonade. So, and some, cup of water. So, at the end, because, in cash, I think I have about $7 or $8 from what left over from what the lady gave me yesterday. And from, so that was from what the lady gave me yesterday. And then somebody online donated me a certain amount of money. I'm not going to say how much because the online perps, they're going to try to be calculating stuff. So I'm not going to mention how much the donation was. And it was via Cash App, So I'm not going to mention how much the donation was, but someone donated, a Christian Target. I think I'm not sure if he's targeted or not, but I know he's, Christian. And, donate whatever he could whenever he could and stuff, So he donated me, something yesterday. And so then I used that money on my debit card to pay for the lunch. And the tranny wasn't even my actual server. It was the female who was my server, and I don't remember if she took my order. I mean, but she was the one who served. I think she took my order and served me the food. But then he took the payment, and you know, I selected no tip. Okay, since I'm homeless and was planning to use the leftover money, for dinner tonight. And then I would have to go back and panhandle for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. So, so then he said, "Well, oh, was the service bad or something?" I said, "No." And he's like, I said, "Well, what made you ask that?" And he said, "Well, oh, because you didn't leave a tip." And so my mouth dropped, and I also was very confused. So I'm like, "What you mean?" So when he um so I was like, "What you mean?" So then he tried to bully, harass, and lecture me about, talking about, a word to the wise, next time, from now on you should tip every time, or I'm just paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly word for word what he said, but I couldn't go in the bathroom and hurry up and do a video, and immediately after the situation, and go say what I said. But but I couldn't go in the bathroom. But then again, I would have had everything like in perfect memory, exactly word for word what he said. But time had went on, and I kind of don't remember exactly word for word what he said. But he basically said, "Word for the wise," that how some people be like, "Well, if you don't have enough money to tip, but you got enough money to buy this or that, whatever." How they think, like, just like so he said something about that that the restaurant only gets paid. I mean that the restaurant workers only get paid via tips. Like that's how they get paid, you know. So he wasn't trying to hear that. I said, "Well, I'm homeless and I don't have that much money, and I said I'm homeless and I don't have that much money, and somebody had donated this to me. So basically, I didn't have the room to tip." So he basically tried to make like, "Well, if you don't have the money to tip, basically you don't have the money to buy, the food at all." And he tried to talk about word to the wise, and then he was had his nose turned up and arrogant about it, you know. But I wish I could mention the name of the place, but I wish I could name the place, but I'm just not gonna go there no more because I guess I don't I'm not well I guess I'm not welcome there anymore. I'm not welcome there no more. So that's a covert way of saying you're not welcome. But in the past, like when I first started, when I was new to Pensacola and was eating out at every restaurant, eating at restaurants because I tried the soup kitchens, and I already told y'all what I went through with soup kitchens. So got no choice but to eat at restaurants and had to panhandle. So, um, when they would have, when I would tip Waffle House, employees, and they would still perp me, cheat me, play games. Now, I almost don't tip nobody no more. Unless I have something significant, like, say, for example, like when I got my tax refund, I was able to tip. Or if I'm working or have a job, or something like that, then I'm able to tip. But in my situation right now, it's no way I can tip. You know, so you gang stalkers don't deserve tips. especially you give me shitty service. I mean, you're already getting paid to perp. So, I mean, how is that not? I mean, you think that an absence of $3 is going to shut your doggone restaurant down? So, I mean, maybe it's not good for me to go there anyway, but the female, she was really nice and friendly, but him, he was nice and friendly until today. I'm like, what the hell? They must have told him to come just fuck with me. Just like that lady at the AJ's place downtown at the ice cream market. Um the way that she just randomly started harassing me and bullying me out of the place. So it looked like they looked for different scenarios to make up for an excuse to justify banning me or kicking me out. And that was no bother at all. I ate my doggone lunch quietly, charged my phone, some because I wasn't sure if it was true if I could come back here. But otherwise, I would have just ate my lunch and then just straight up came back here. You know, so um, but that had me feel very sour and angry, and made me feel like I don't know if I'll never in my life go back there, but I just started going there. It's like, well, they ain't got to worry about me no more. I ain't coming there for a long time. So, as I said, me going to Waffle House, me tipping, and then they cheat me out my grits, cheat me out my orange juice, or, give me cold waffle on purpose and do all that. What make you think you deserve or worthy of a tip from me? But you and then you be throwing up the, satanic hand signs and all, and cheat me out my change. So I eventually just stopped tipping, period. Unless it's like a certain circumstance, like if it's a stimulus check or a tax refund check, or if I'm working and have a work paycheck, or if I just got my social security check and maybe I can tip like $5 or something, or if an Uber driver helped me with my groceries or something, but other than that, I quit tipping. But then now I'm in a predicament where I can't afford to. I mean, that's just freaking selfish that you were not even trying to hear about my homeless service. That's like, hold on. That's like that church that feed the homeless on Sundays. They have a church that feed the homeless on Sundays. And they try to make like you're going to go to hell if you don't tithe. So, and then they try to say that you're homeless as a punishment for not tithing and stuff like manipulative. So, I mean, it's okay for everybody else to have a right to make money and make a living and stuff. I mean, if I would have been financially well off, I probably would have tipped them. But, if I would have been financially able to, I probably would. But, I mean, and you hear stories about DoorDash workers doing people very fucked up with, if you work for DoorDash and you do somebody very messed up with, because they didn't tip. So, I mean, they do very evil stuff as a revenge if you didn't tip them. And so, like, why am I supposed to tip a DoorDash driver who would eat half of my food, spit in it, and then maybe poison it, and then drive with one headlight and then and do stuff like prolong the trip to delivering my food? Why do you deserve a tip for that? So, or sometimes the restaurant be done something dirty, So, that lady, I thought she was going to try to tell me something about, I try to keep it low, excuse me, but with my Tourette's, my voice will elevate sometimes. The lady came and peeked up in here, but they be having people who, I can't do a video because they might do a Zoom meeting or do this or do that, and they're talking loud in like the room next door, but I'm always singled out and told something. And that lady with the dark hair, she be trying to frighten and intimidate me. Like, she's wearing a mask today. Sometimes she don't wear one, but she was trying to came up in here like she wanted to try to. She didn't come in here, but she peeped through the window like she wanted to like try to make me scared or something. So I try to keep my voice low. So but as I said, it's not fair because people be next door and they talk. They can get loud, even if it's not a Zoom meeting. If it's two people just in the room together and they talking loud, giggling, laughing, or whatever. But I'm just doing a doggone video. So tomorrow I may have be lucky if I have any, like I'd be lucky if I had $2 or $3. And then as I said, this evening is gallery night, and then people are so mean and don't want to help you. Like, everybody reject you. Like, I guess they want to have their great time, so nobody would donate or help with a homeless person trying to get food. Well, I wouldn't need the money for dinner tonight because I have just enough for dinner tonight. But tomorrow